So Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero is no longer happening. I have a lot to say about this fight. And Rolly has moved on to fighting Isaac Pitbull Cruz. I'm gonna let this video play by Aki TV and then I'll be chiming in because I have a lot to say about this fight that I thought was gonna happen, that we all thought was gonna happen.
Will be fighting Rolly Romero on pay-per-view. Ironically, PBC came out announcing that Rolly Romero will be fighting Pitbull Cruz on the undercard of Tim Tszyu versus Keith Thurman on March 30. So it's really odd to see Ryan continue lying to his own fans, talking about Floyd Mayweather posted it, so you know the fight is happening. Like, what? Floyd was only saying, let's start negotiating with sense. However, Ryan is over here talking nonsense by officially announcing the Rolly fight next and claiming that the fight has been agreed upon, even though PBC just came out today announcing otherwise. PBC has officially announced Rolly will be fighting Pitbull Cruz. Therefore, Ryan got caught capping yet again on broad daylight. Ryan's own fans are going to have trust issues from this point forward. I mean, who would trust this guy? Like, for real. What is really going on with Ryan? What's wrong with Ryan? Why he keep doing this? Cloud chasing, pulling out of fights, and getting caught. And just came out today, claiming that the fight.
Pretty much, he kind of starts to. Let me just. Y'all get the point, right? I have things to say about each fighter involved: Ryan Garcia, Rolly Ramirez, and Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Right. Let me start with Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Isaac Pitbull Cruz, he got a name from fighting Gervonta Davis, from losing to Gervonta Davis because Gervonta Davis had one hand. He got injured during the fight. We all know this, right? Granted, it was a good fight, but like I said, Gervonta Davis was injured, one. Two, I think Gervonta is saying that he doesn't want to be in the ring with Pitbull Cruz again in the post-conference, in the ring interview. Kind of made people be like, oh my gosh, Isaac Pitbull Cruz like that. But like, if you watch all of Isaac Pitbull Cruz's fights after the Gervonta Davis fight, it's clear like Isaac does not really care about facing the hardest competition or even trying to prove himself to face Gervonta again. He's denied multiple fights against multiple different fighters. He denied fights against people like Shakur Stevenson. And like great fight, that would be great for him to bring his name out there and maybe even defeat Shakur Stevenson, although I don't think that's likely at all. But he's denied multiple good fights, is my point. But he accepts his fight with Rolly. I think he's drastically watering down the fame that he got from the Gervonta Davis fight. So that's what I'll say about Isaac Pitbull Cruz, right? Respect to all fighters, but nonetheless, Isaac Pitbull Cruz, even I think he was on the undercard of Terrence versus Errol Spence and did not do so well at all. I believe it was him, or it could have been another fight, but he was facing this random, and the guy went 12 rounds with him. Pitbull Cruz was supposed to take him out like second or first round. But that's all I have to say about Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Don't really care about his fights. I probably won't even. I'm going to watch the Rolly fight, but I don't care about Pitbull Cruz, right? Now, when it comes to Rolly Romero, right, or Ramirez, good fighter, right? I know a lot of people joke like he's not a good fighter, et cetera, but he went toe-to-toe with Gervonta Davis and did very good. Like, genuinely did good. Gervonta wasn't injured during the fight or anything like that. Rolly just got caught. I would say Rolly was winning majority of the rounds versus Gervonta Davis. But, Gervonta Davis has that sneaky one-hit type of power. So I was excited to see Rolly enter the ring again. Footage of him gets leaked of him getting dropped, and then he almost gets dropped during the fight, or maybe he even did. I kind of forgot. Or he was like against the ropes about to fall, whatever it is, right? Against someone who was a lot older, significantly older. But still then, I still don't fault him for that because anything could happen in the ring. And I still like Rolly fighting, like genuinely. But why water yourself down to a guy like Pitbull Cruz? What's exciting about that? The press conference is not going to be exciting. And he really like to talk. Why do it against someone who can't even speak English? And I know you guys say, oh, there's a lot of guys who can't speak English. That's not what I mean, right? What I mean is like Rolly has a real shot at being a superstar. People like Rolly. People think Rolly's funny. Granted, he's a little delusional at times, but he's funny. He's very likable in the public eye when it comes to these fights. He makes them very entertaining with the press conference and lead up. But why diminish yourself to someone like Isaac Pitbull Cruz when you could fight someone like Ryan Garcia with the name? You guys both lost. Wow, that's crazy. You guys both lost to Tank. It only makes sense for you and Ryan to get it done. Why are you settling for less? So that's what I have to say about Rolly Ramirez. And people are doubting your name now. So if you beat Ryan Garcia, this will bring you right up. It'll re-spark your name heavy. No one would look at the almost falls that you had against a significantly older fighter. No one's gonna look at that knockdown video and sparring and be like, oh my God. They're not gonna say all that stuff anymore because you beat a guy like Ryan Garcia, who's, I believe, is in the same class as you. But no, you face Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Okay, Rolly Ramirez set aside. Next, Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, I love this fight for you. Love this fight for you, honestly. I respect your bravery to try to go against Devin Haney. Then you switch sides to Rolly, which is less in competition, but I understand it. Your last performance was very, it was not mediocre, but I would say it's very average. You wanted something spectacular. It wasn't spectacular or anything like that. It was very average. And this is a step up from that, especially from the loss versus Tank. So you got an average, performance, and now you step it up with Rolly, a guy who can punch, and you can punch. So it makes of an interesting fight. The press conference would be great as well. And then you could go on to fight Devin, but sadly, it seems like it's not happening. Even if Floyd's posting it, what the main thing that sucks is first Floyd telling him the blueprint to do this, amazing, right? I like the build up so he can face Devin Haney after this. There's a little build up there, right? But then secondly, when it comes to Ryan Garcia facing Rolly, I just think overall it was a brilliant step, but the thing that messes Ryan Garcia up is him posting before they even enter training camp. I think Ryan Garcia from now on should just post when they enter training camp, because it seems like whenever he posts a fight, it does not seem to happen. Now, granted, it's not all the time, but it's like has happened with Manny Pacquiao. It has happened with Devin Haney in some form. Granted, he didn't confirm it, but just bringing that fight out there. It's yes, he made the Tank fight happen, but the fact that it's happened before where you're saying you're gonna fight somebody, you're not fighting them, it's just a bad look. And I like Ryan Garcia, so what I would just say is, man, clearly some parts of his team just don't be telling him stuff. It's clear. I really like Ryan, but man, this is just not a good look. Every time you post a fight, I'm not gonna believe it until I see it. Until I see you in training camp, bro. I'm be real. But now Ryan Garcia still look for another opponent, and Devin Haney's probably gonna be like, I'm looking somewhere else. Maybe not. That's not even Devin Haney's character. Devin Haney wants smoke. He want all the smoke, bro. I'm telling you. But we'll see what Ryan Garcia. We'll see who he fights. Rolly versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Don't care about that fight. I'll be completely honest. Whoever wins, who cares? Who cares? Because Isaac Pitbull Cruz also denied a fight with Ryan Garcia as well. So it's like two guys who's denying a fight with Ryan Garcia. Whoever wins, are they just going to fight Ryan Garcia now when they could have just done that in the first place? They could have just done that in the first place, because those two guys had two separate opportunities to fight Ryan, and both said, no, let's fight each other. When both of them need Ryan Garcia at this point. Both of them fighting each other, Rolly and Cruz, it's just it X's each other out. There's no progression. There's no progression at all. And that might even sound like I'm contradicting myself when I say Rolly and Ryan are in the same league and, they're going to fight Devin next. But the thing is, I don't think Rolly's ever going to fight Devin at all. But Ryan legit has a shot to step up. And after a loss, I can see the building blocks. But really, Rolly and Isaac they shouldn't even be fighting. But that's all I'll say about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Waste of a fight, but we'll see what happens. Rolly Ramirez, Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Are you excited for it? Who should Ryan Garcia fight next? I'm out. Belt.